Casablanca is a story of Rick, of Rick's Cafe, where almost all the action occurs, some letters of transit, which is the MacGuffin of the piece, an old flame of Rick's, her new husband, and an attempt to escape from the Germans. It's more complicated than that, but that's what you really need to know for this presentation. I hope to prove in this presentation that Casablanca is not only a war movie, but a romance and also a comedy. We'll see if I can convince you. To set the stage, we see a couple of people in Casablanca being preyed upon.
I beg of you, monsieur, watch yourself. Be on guard. This place is full of vultures everywhere. Everywhere.
Thank you very much.
Not at all. Au revoir, monsieur. Au revoir, madame.
Au revoir. Amusing little fellow. Waiter. Oh, how silly of me.
Oh, dear.
I left my wallet in the hotel.
Oh.
And here we have what will become one of the running gags of the movie. The round up the usual suspects. Round up the usual suspects means grab the usual people. You're not trying to find anybody in particular. You just get the local thieves and villains. You round them up. You interrogate them. You let them go. That's how you round up the usual suspects. So Louis is going to tell the Germans, who don't know this, that he is going to be twice as good as he normally is, when in actuality he's not going to do anything.
Why, there be the murder of the couriers. What has been done?
Well, realizing the importance of the case, my men are rounding up twice the usual number of suspects.
Here we are in Rick's Cafe. That's Rick in the foreground, Humphrey Bogart. And the door guard, this is the gambling area. The door guard for the gambling area checks with Rick to see if he should let people in. So he looks at Rick, and Rick will nod for yes and shake his head for no. So a couple of hoity-toities come in, and Rick lets them in. And then another fella, who we will learn is a German, will try to get in, and Rick will not let him. And he will start making a fuss. While the fuss is being made, Peter Lorre's character, Accardi, will come in and be just let through, even though he's a very disreputable character. So the German will become enraged and will say that he's going to report it to the Angriff. The Angriff is the Nazi version of the New York Times. So he's going to try and sabotage German travel to see Rick's Cafe, and Rick doesn't care.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, sir. This is a private room.
My fault in there. Who do you think? I know there is gambling in there. There is no secret. You dare not kick me out of here.
Yes, what's the trouble?
These gentlemen...
I have been in every gambling room between Honolulu and Berlin. And if you think I'm going to be kept out of a saloon like this, you're very much mistaken.
excuse me, please.
Hello, Accardi. Your cash is good at the bar.
What? Do you know who I am?
I do. You're lucky the bar's open to you.
This is outrageous. I shall report it to the Angriff.
So Accardi goes to Rick and says that he's surprised that he won't let the Germans in. Because when Rick first came to Casablanca, Accardi thought he was just a neutral, when he's not.
But when you first came to Casablanca, I thought...
You thought what?
What right do I have to think?
So now we meet Ferrari, who's the owner of a rival bar, the Blue Parrot. He tries, obviously he's been trying to buy Rick's Cafe from Rick for a while. Ferrari says, could I hire Sam? And Rick says, let's go ask him.
Sam Ferrari wants you to work for him at the Blue Parrot.
Oh, I like it fine, yeah.
He'll double what I pay you.
Yeah, but I ain't got time to spend the money I make here.
Sorry.
Next up, a young lady who is in love with Rick makes a scene at the cafe, and Rick sends her home in a taxi and sends the bartender with her to make sure that she gets there safely. The bartender, meanwhile, sees this as a great opportunity.
What a fool I was to fall for a man like
So
you.
go with her, Sasha, and be sure she gets home.
Yes, boss.
And come right back.
Yes, boss.
Louis's been watching all this, and he makes a commentary about women in Casablanca.
Hello, Rick.
Oh, Louis?
How extravagant you are, throwing away women like that. Someday they may be scarce.
Louis then adds to our knowledge of Rick in that we have no knowledge of Rick.
I've often speculated on why you don't return to America. Did you abscond with the church funds? Did you run off with the senator's wife? I like to think that you killed a man. It's the romantic in me. And what in heaven's name brought you to Casablanca?
My health. I came to Casablanca for the waters.
The waters? What waters? We're in the desert.
I was misinformed.
Louis tries to feel out Rick to see if he's got these letters of transit that have gone missing.
Rick, there are many exit visas sold in this cafe, but we know that you've never sold one. That is the reason we permit you to remain open.
Oh, I thought it was because I let you win at roulette.
That is another reason.
Rick chides Louis for being a tool of the Germans.
Well, it seems that you're determined to keep Laszlo here.
I have my orders.
Oh, I see. Gestapo spank.
My dear Ricky, you overestimate the influence of the Gestapo. I don't interfere with them, and they don't interfere with me. In Casablanca, I am master of my fate. I am
Major
captain...
Strasser's here, sir.
There you were saying.
Excuse me.
Rick's head waiter talks about his view of the Germans.
Carl, see that Major Strasser gets a good table, one close to the ladies.
I have already given him the best, knowing he is German and would take it anyway.
A visitor from German intelligence tries to convince Rick to not do anything with the letters of transit and certainly not to help Victor Laszlo in any way. Rick is not impressed.
You are not always so careful in neutral. We have a complete dossier on you. Richard Blaine, American, age 37, cannot return to his country. The reason is a little vague. We also know what you did in Paris, Mr. Blaine, and also we know why you left Paris. Don't worry, we are not going to broadcast it.
Oh, my eye's really brown.
In another part of the bar, a couple of Germans who have fled Germany to go to America are celebrating that they have letters of transit to go. They try to practice their English.
Well, Reichstag and I are speaking nothing but English now.
So we should feel at home when we get to America.
Very nice idea.
To America.
To America.
To America.
Liebchen, sweetness hat. What watch?
10 watts. Such much?
You will get along beautifully in America.
Rick takes pity on a couple of young people who don't have money to bribe Louis to get out of Casablanca.
Do you wish to place another bet, sir?
No, I guess not.
Have you tried 22 tonight? I said 22.
Marquons les jeux, mesdames et messieurs. Les jeux sont faits, la partie continue. Marquons les jeux. Fini. 22. Noir, pair et passe.
Leave it there.
Marquons les jeux, mesdames et messieurs. Les jeux sont faits. Rien ne va plus. 22. Noir, pair et passe.
Cash it in and don't come back.
Rien ne va plus, monsieur. Fini.
Are you sure this place is honest?
Honest?
As honest as a day is long.
Rien ne va plus.
How are we doing tonight?
Well, a couple of thousand less than I thought there would be. Rien ne va.
With the money they got from Rick's questionable gambling table, the two young people come to Louis to give him the money.
Come to my office in the morning. We'll do everything businesslike.
We'll be there at 6.
I'll be there at 10.
Forced to close Rick's cafe at the behest of the Germans, Louis brings his men in to push all the customers out.
This cafe is closed until further notice. Clear the room at once.
How can you close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Everybody out at once.
Rick makes everybody think that he is fleeing with Ilsa, and so he makes a big show of selling Rick's Café Américain to Ferrari at the Blue Palace, and this is their negotiation.
Oh, by the way, my agreement with Sam has always been that he gets 25% of the profits. That still goes.
I happen to know he gets 10%, but he's worth 25.
And Abdul, Carl, and Sasha, they stay with the place where I don't sell.
Of course they stay. Rick's wouldn't be Rick's without them.
Well, so long. And don't forget you owe Rick's a 100 carton of American cigarettes.
I shall remember to pay it to myself.
So this is the climax of the movie. Laszlo has been sent on the plane with Ilsa. The German has been shot by Rick. Louis is a witness. A car full of French police come tearing up, and Louis delivers the running joke one last time to the absolute delight of the audience.
Major Strasser has been shot. Round up the usual suspects. Oui, mon capitaine.
And there it is. It's a funny movie. It really is. It bills itself as a war story, but it's also a comedy. And almost nobody remembers that. So now you can. The end.